Just imagine there's a boat and the fisherman. This fisherman, he's holding the net, and there is a lot of fish in the water. The net represents Maya. Krishna, he says in the Gita, in the chapter 7, that I have myself create all these gunas that traps us. So it's very easy to fall in the illusion. And then the chapter 16, Krishna, he remarks, what is these demonic qualities? Because actually all that demonic qualities is within us. But Krishna, he also says, at the end of the same verse in the chapter 7, if you cross this barrier, you will come to me. So when the fish is in the ocean, what is the safest place for the fish to be? Is on the boat, near to the boat.
Yes.
In the same way, more close you are to the feet of the Sadguru, more you are close to his feet, you are protected. So yes, we have a chance if you are on the feet of the Guru. Why? Because as we chant, the feet of the Guru holds all kinds of tirthas, all the holy places are there. At the feet of the Guru is the summum boon of bhakti. The feet of the Guru is where you can relish all your karma. When you touch the feet of the Guru, at that moment there is a huge cleanse that goes, which we cannot see with our eyes, but it's happening. The process actually is just about acceptance. Acceptance, this concept of I needed to go to my Guru, I needed to bow down to my Guru, I needed to worship the lotus feet of my Guru. There is a song that says, now, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevalabhakati Sadma. The feet of the Guru is compared to the lotus, because the lotus appears on the mud, but is never in touch with the mud. At the same way, the Guru is present in this material world. Even if he's been born in this material world, he's within us in this material world. He's not in touch. These gunas, which we go, he doesn't go. He is not affecting him. It's affecting us. But the more close we are to his feet, this is a safety position, is a safety place. So actually what Krishna is explaining in the chapter 16 is that how we can watch these demonic qualities and the divine quality in us, and also how to establish a good sense of awareness about the subject. Okay? There are a few things which give you really pleasure to life. Like very often people look at the mirror and say, what is the purpose of life? What we are here for? What does God expect from us? How can I be more useful? Yes, indeed, we are Guruji's servant, and we want to please him in somehow. That's how I feel. But one thing that I wish to all of you here, that one day in your life, you build a temple for Guruji, and he comes to that temple. And you organize him a darshan or some event, and you be that instrument. If you have one request, is that. Or if you can spread his knowledge, his teachings, because then you will feel like such a happiness in your life, nothing like that can compare. There was one saint in Radhakunda. His name was Raghunatha Das Goswami. And Mahaprabhu told him, I have found the place where is this lake, this Kunda, Radhakunda, and I want you to build this place. But as soon as he started building this Kunda, he was working there every day, and he saw the bad habits on coming him. Summer, it's too hot, Vrindavan is super hot, and he was that the humidity, the mosquitoes biting him, and he gets nervous. Sometimes he was attacked by lions, sometimes he was attacked by, like many different situations. And he said that many times in his life he wanted to give up. But always was something happening that makes him to stand. And he says, the only thing that could relish him and make him to feel some pleasure on what he was doing was to go to Govardhana Parikrama. So he was walking around Govardhana. And he writes a poem which is called Gopala Stotram. In the last verse of this Gopala Stotram, he says something that is very beautiful. When I'm going to Govardhana Parikrama, and I'm doing the Govardhana Parikrama, sometimes I stop on the temple of Srinathaji. Srinathaji is a famous deity that was worshipped by Vallabhacharya. And he says, I stop on the temple of Vallabhacharya, on the temple of Srinathaji, to have the darshan of Srinathaji. And when I come to the temple of Srinathaji, I look at the pujari, and he's doing the arati of Srinathaji. And when I look to the pujari, He's completely in goosebumps. The hair on his body is standing on. But there was one time which I came, and who was doing the arati was Vitalacharya. And when I saw Vitalacharya doing the arati of Srinataji, I looked to him, and the hair on his body was not standing on. But when I looked to Srinataji, the deity, the hair on the body of the deity was stooding on. The deity was in a goosebump. The deity was feeling so much Krishna himself. He was feeling so much pleasure to be served by that devotee. It's not about my pleasure, it's about how I can please Gurudeva, how I can give some pleasure, some happiness to him. I had experiences that no one can take out from me. I tell you, my top 3 in my life. This is a 3 high peak of my life. One of them, when he looked the date of Shri Vitala Giridhari for the first time. With the smile that he gave, you can take me anything that you want, but second, Ratayatra in Jagannath Puri. Third one was the temple in Ayodhya, the opening. And when I remembered that, this is what gave me inspiration. So what I can say to you, open a temple, open a center, start a bhajan sangha, but start something and share about his glories. Then you will feel this excitement, and this excitement is what will give this meaning of life.